Three myths of prophecy the Bible doesn't support. This generation will by no means pass away till all things take place. The Antichrist is the false prophet and the deadly head wound that he is healed from. Prophecy is too important to get wrong. Today, we will discuss those three myths of Bible prophecy and search the scriptures for truth. This generation shall not pass. In Matthew 24, Jesus is speaking to his disciples at the Mount of Olives. He is discussing the signs of the times and the end of the age, the great tribulation, and the coming of the Son of Man. He began to teach the parable of the fig tree. Understanding the signs the tree gives, you know summer is near. As with the signs we are seeing now, we know that it is at the door. Verse 34 says, "Assuredly, I say to you, this generation will by no means pass away till all things take place." Well, what just happened? Well, supposedly, Jesus is saying within 40 years or so, the generation window of time, I will be coming back. You know what? We are still waiting. Jesus told of future things that will happen, explained that we would know when these things are at the door, and then tells his disciples, this generation will not pass away until all these things. What things? The future events. Prophecy. They will not pass away until those things take place. The generation is not the generation of the disciples in the Second Temple era. Simply put, this present evil age will not pass away and give way to the new age until all the things Jesus spoke about has come to pass. It is the generation of the times he is speaking of. During that time, he will return. Heaven and earth will pass away after his second coming, but not his words. The second myth, the Antichrist is the false prophet. The Antichrist and the false prophet are two distinctly different individuals. Revelation 13 describes the both of them separately. So they worshiped the dragon who gave authority to the beast. The dragon is Satan. He gives his authority to the beast. And they worshiped the beast, saying, "Who is like the beast? Who is able to make war with him?" The beast is the Antichrist. We know from previous lessons that the beast are kings or kingdoms. So this king, the Antichrist king, is this beast. Verse 5, "And he was given a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and he was given authority to continue for 42 months, 3.5 years, the time of the great tribulation. Then I saw another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb." Now, let's go back. It says, then I saw another beast coming up out of the earth. So this is another beast. So now we have two. And he had two horns like a lamb and spoke like a dragon. And he exercises all the authority of the first beast in his presence. He exercises all authority of the first beast. So we had another beast, and he exercises all authority of the first beast, which is the Antichrist, and causes the earth and those who dwell in it to worship the first beast. So the second beast, false prophet, causes the earth and those who dwell in it to worship the first beast, Antichrist. Revelation 19. Then the beast was captured, and with him the false prophet, who worked signs in his presence, by which he deceived those who received the mark of the beast, and those who worshipped his image. These two distinct different people. These two were cast alive into the lake of fire, burning with brimstone. Revelation 20. Let's just go ahead and cap this off. Revelation 20. The devil who deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophet are. The Antichrist is not the false prophet. You will be introduced to the Antichrist and the religious leader, the false prophet. Myth number 3. The deadly head wound that he is healed from. So the Antichrist will receive a deadly head wound and be healed from it. Where does this teaching come from? Revelation 13 verse 12. It says, and he exercises all the authority of the first beast in his presence, and causes the earth and those who dwell in it to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. Where in this verse does it say it was a head wound? Share that in the comments if you can find it for me. It simply says whose deadly wound was healed, not anything about a head wound. Verse 14. And he deceives those who dwell on the earth by those signs which he was granted to do in the sight of the beast, telling those who dwell on the earth to make an image to the beast who was wounded by the sword and lived. Now let's go back to Revelation 13, verses 1 through 3. 1 through 3. They say, then I stood on the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast, a king, rising up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. Now, let me pause here, because I've had lessons about these 7 heads and 10 horns. This beast is the same beast in Daniel 7. Daniel 7, 4 individual beasts or kingdoms rose up. Here you have 7 heads and 10 horns, and on his horns 10 crowns, and on his heads a blasphemous name. Now the beast which I saw was like a leopard, his feet were like the feet of a bear, and his mouth like the mouth of a lion. The leopard, the bear, and the lion are the same beast that came up in Daniel 7 with the 10-horn beast. That's where the 10 horns come from, the 10 nations. So now those individual nations in Daniel 7 are here in Revelation 13, but now they're unified. How? Because the dragon, Satan, gave him his power, his throne, and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as if it had been mortally wounded, and his deadly wound was healed. 7 heads and 10 horns. What are the heads? A 4-headed leopard that had the wings of a fowl, a bear, a lion, and the 10-horned beast. That is your 7-headed, 10-horned beast. John saw one of those heads as if it had been mortally wounded. Beasts are kings or kingdoms. The leopard kingdom has 4 heads. One of the heads of the leopard was wounded. Remember, the verse says one of its heads, the heads of the 7-headed beast. Each beast represents a modern kingdom. The leopard is Germany. The bear is Russia. The lion is Great Britain. And the 10-horned beast is the revived Holy Roman Empire. John seen Germany wounded after World War II, when Germany became severed as East and West Germany. That deadly wound was healed in 1989, when the Berlin Wall came down and Germany was reunited and strengthened to once again become a dominant influence in the world. The Antichrist will become a king within this 7-headed 10-horned kingdom, which had a deadly wound. John sees beasts he didn't understand what he said were like unto. So he seen the beasts that he didn't understand. So they were like unto. He likened them unto animals he had knowledge of. And this beast kingdoms and the king or kings are one and the same. Therefore, the Antichrist beast king is the same as the 7-headed 10-horned beast kingdom, which had a deadly wound to one of its heads. I hope this video clears those 3 myths up for you. If you are enjoying these videos and you learned something from this video, please like and share. Just simply liking the video, it causes the algorithm to send my videos to more people, so more people can be educated on the truth of God's word. Go ahead and click that for me. And then watch some more videos. And I will see you all next week with a new video.